everything is just so different now. And this won't be long. This is just a little chit chat, maybe to help somebody throughout their day, and it also helps me speaking about certain things because a lot of things in this world are just not, they're different than how they used to be, and they're not the right way. They're not the way that they should be. And I remember what life used to be like. I don't know when the shift took place. I don't know if it was in the late 90s or early 2000s or mid 2000s, what, but something is different in this world. um Men, um they they're not, um they're not excited about women anymore, and vice versa. It's different. Anybody from that hung out back in the day, you just know it's just a difference, than how it was in the 90s and all of that. Even the 80s, go back to the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. People are different, and it's not those people, because a lot of those people, they're either in retirement homes, or they have passed away, or they are just living out the remainder of their lives in their homes, perhaps isolated from everyone, just maybe interacting with their families if they have families. But so it's not these people, per se, a lot of times. Maybe some, but it's almost like the people that were from a different generation have to adjust to what the world is today. And I think a lot of people are probably having a difficult time doing that. And it's not that other people don't notice it and talk about it. They just know, well, they have to go with the flow because there's nothing they can do about it. Um, I feel like there used to be something called Southern hospitality. um, People used to have to be clean. They used to have to keep their children clean. And by that I mean it was their upbringing. You wouldn't take your child out without their hair being combed, clothes clean and matching. And, people themselves wouldn't come out, just any old kind of way. Now, I think we're all guilty of just, running out, perhaps, maybe not all, but you might run out of your house in sweats and you haven't combed your hair. You just run into the corner store or something. I'm not talking about things like that. I'm sure most people have done that. But I'm just talking about in general, just no care for appearance, or even it's like, look at how the people groom themselves back in the day. They groomed themselves to a T, a lot of them. And nowadays it's like what a lot of people call grooming and dressing up. That's not what back in the day we would have identified that as being. Let's just keep it real, y'all. The world is different now. Um, Everybody seems to be, not everybody, a lot of people seem to be so mechanical now. I was talking to somebody, it was yesterday, I believe it was, about how mechanical people are now. It's like it's no emotion, it's no feeling, no personality, no nobody feeling like, oh, I don't want to disrespect this person, I don't want to say the wrong thing, and they take it the wrong way. It's none of that anymore. It's like whatever, and see, I'm a very bold, outspoken person, but I do take other people's feelings into consideration. My boldness and outspokenness comes from speaking the truth. Now, I feel like when you speak the truth is bold by itself. But I'm talking about people just don't care about other people's feelings anymore. And if they do something, it's like, oh, well, whatever. If they do something to offend people, it's like, oh, whatever. And people don't care about their lives anymore. Um, Well, see, because this the world that we live in now, this is the type of world we live in. People will do things and then they'll run to other people to have their backs. It's no more, you know, running their mouth and then standing behind what they say, whether what they say is good or bad. It's like, I'm gonna initiate or provoke a situation, and then I'm gonna tuck my tail and run to somebody else to handle it. It wasn't like that back in the day. If you said something or did something, you stood your ground for a lot of folks. I just don't get it. I know. I guess people feel safer now doing that because of cameras and stuff like that. But a camera ain't gonna save them on the street. I mean, I'm just saying. And then I don't know you guys because they've got cameras in street lights and stuff. I think they do. So I don't know. It's just different, y'all. It's just different. I don't know. Like I said, if you were from a different generation or a different era, you just have to stay to yourself. Um, you know, even the workplaces I feel are different because I can remember a time when you were in the workplace, you might could make a friend or a couple of friends. I've heard talk of people back in the day making friends in the workplaces, and I think people exchanging Christmas gifts, what they call Christmas gifts, and birthday gifts, birthday cards, putting money in birthday cards and stuff like that. Now you put some money in a birthday card and try to send it around. When it arrives at the person that's the recipient, it might not have a dollar bill in it. I mean, I'm just saying, and you definitely can't invite people to your homes nowadays for dinner or anything else, you know, from your workplaces. I don't think, unless you really know that person. You could barely put them on your vehicle, and I wouldn't recommend anybody doing that too many times, because you just never know. You could offer somebody a ride, they could get on your car, and when they get off of your car, they're talking about you like a dog. Why? Well, they're jealous because you have a car and they don't. It wasn't that way back in the day. There was gratitude, I think, back in the day. Oh, thank you for the ride. Thank you so much. How much do I owe you? Do anybody even say that nowadays? How much do I owe you? No, they just, if they say thank you, just get out of the car. I mean, and it's not that I think a lot of people would require money. It's just a courtesy. How much do I owe you? I tell you, I don't, this world, it's crazy. And then it's like, the way we did it, I think back in the day, some people, if people didn't like you, they didn't come around you. They didn't acknowledge you or anything. And nowadays, it's like people don't like you, and they come around you because they either want to get under your skin or they want you to notice them. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes down to people that I don't like, I don't pay you no mind. I don't want to see you. I don't care about you. I don't care about what you got on, what you think you look like. I don't care about none of that. If it's somebody that I don't like, in my world, you don't exist. I'm not going to say the person doesn't exist. They exist somewhere, but not around me, they don't. To me, they don't exist. And it's crazy. And I was telling you all about somebody that had falsely accused me of I don't know, something at the gig, and I know what it is. I just don't want to get into it because I don't care anything about it. Do you know that dummy had the audacious nature to come around me again? And it wasn't even necessary. But see, most workplaces have cameras now, so it feels safe, And I'm not saying that I'm, plotting or planning anything against the individual, but you see how stupid people are nowadays. And that's somebody that's a straight up punk. That's somebody that will do things because the camera's on it, and then go try to make up a lie like it did to me, and make a false accusation, you know. And the person was just did that because trying to be funny, and it had his friend over there, and that was giving off a negative energy too. I'm like, look, I left the department that I was working in. I went and worked somewhere else because I'm not going to be around these two bums. I'm not going to be around them. You know, if you want to conversate, you will conversate by yourselves because I'm not going to be around something like that. So, and that was the same individual that had went to human resources and made some false accusation against me, saying that I had um, I don't know, something about raise my hand to do something to it, which is a lie. And of course, the cameras can verify that it was a lie, and as a result of its lie, of course, I received a write up, which I can dispute, to be honest, because the only thing I have to say is have my attorney say, well, where is it on camera that this person did that? Because cameras don't lie. But I'm not even going to take it that far. It's not even worth it. But I'm just saying, if anything popped off behind it or whatever, I could say, well, roll tape and show me where I raised my arm up in the air to do anything to anybody. I am strictly professional in the workplace.